Why the comeback? Why coming back to the sport after what I thought was the best possible way to retire from the sport of cycling? Champs-Élysées, 7 tours, goodbye everybody.
Yeah, well, 2 reasons, and one is a sporting reason, one is more of a social and healthcare related reason. And then, I mean, you look at 2005, and then people, especially sports journalists and fans, start talking about legacy and what a perfect way to end, and he kind of rides off into the sunset. That's a sports ending. But this is not going to have a sports ending. This is going to have a different kind of ending. And you know, first and foremost, and most importantly, I'm coming back to bring about exposure to this disease, to this issue, to this epidemic that you know, is not unique to South Australia or Texas, United States, Asia, Africa, but to all of us. And I think that meets me rediscovering a passion for cycling. You know, this is the beginning. From a sports perspective, this is obviously the beginning of the season, but from a cancer perspective, this is the beginning of the campaign.
Why the Tour Down Under? I mean, you could have started with the Tour of California, which would have been a huge impact. But you've actually decided to come to Australia.
This event has been around for 11 or 12 years. I don't think, well, no, I know for a fact, we can't say in the United States that we have a major professional race that's been around that long. So I think it's a testament to Mike Turter and his team of, you know, starting very small, and all of a sudden, 10 or 11 years later, you've got a great event that's a pro tour event that a lot of guys want to come to, and hell, I'm glad to be here.
Obviously, the doping questions always come up, and you are doing more than anybody as an individual to prove to the world, this is what I am, this is what I can do.
Frankly, I mean, I got sick of answering those questions. I think at the end of all this, you know, if I'm able to ride strong, which I think I can, why would you ask that question? This is 2009. I've been at this game since 1992, and the day I showed up, I was at the front. And the day I leave, whenever I decide to leave, I'm going to leave at the front. And all along the way, yeah, there's been questions and there's been controversy and there's been drama, but I'm still here.
You made it a Lance Armstrong recipe for preparing for a single Grand Tour.
Yep.
You had specific dates, specific targets throughout the season.
Yeah, we have a new cookbook this year. It's a different one.
It's going to be tough, though, for you.
I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you're 37, going to be close to 38 when the tour starts. You've never done the double, or tried to even start the double. You've been away for 3.5 years. What the hell was I thinking? Physically and sporting-wise, I might have bitten off more than I can chew.
Is it like coming home to Team Astana? Because although the name has changed, it's still pretty much the family that you had.
Yeah, same family. This is U.S. Postal Discovery all over again, with different colors, different jerseys, different sponsors.
Except there's one little addition, and that's a guy called Alberto Contador.
Couple of, yeah. I mean, for sure that's, although he was on Discovery, this team is deep. I mean, it starts with him. He's the best cyclist in the world right now.
Even though you have been the great champion of the Tour de France, if you're in a situation in the Tour de France and it's a question of Alberto winning or you making him lose, you'll do the right thing. Oh, you got to do the right thing. If we roll up to Monte Carlo July 4th, 2009, and he's clearly the strongest, I will be the world's strongest domestique, without a doubt. Racing's about to start. Are you starting to get a little bit nervous now? I mean, it's been a long time. How many days is it, by the way? Well, it's been 1,274 days, and it's a mix. I'm nervous, and I'm excited. I actually think I'm more excited than I am nervous. If I hadn't trained, or if I felt like my condition wasn't good enough to start, I'd be really nervous. But I think I'm there. I think I'm strong enough to be in the race, and even at times be at the front of the race, I think. So then because of that feeling, then you get excited. You say, get in there, mix it up a little bit with the boys, and we'll see.